My daughter is linked to a guy named Scott Disick.
So there's something to it.
In a promo for next week's episode, Rinna is reacting to the Scott Disick and Amelia Hamlin dating rumors. Hey guys, welcome back to another Shared News from Home. We are going to do a deep dive on the next promo for the next episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, including Rinna's first comments about her daughter dating Scott Disick. But before we get into it, if you're new here, make sure to ring the bell and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on any future updates. As always, I'm your host, Morgan Wright, joined today by the wonderful Zachary Reality. Zach, a lot to get into when we break down this promo. What are you looking forward to the most? What tea are you ready to spill?
I have been loving Beverly Hills all season, so I'm looking forward to so much. Normally, I would say something with Erika because we have been so invested in this storyline with her divorce, with all the legal issues and everything. But now that we're finally getting an insight into the Scott and Amelia and Rinna situation, I am really looking forward to that on next week's episode. I want to know what Rinna's first reaction was to hearing that Scott might be dating her 19-year-old daughter. So that is what I'm most looking forward to.
Well, we're going to break down the promo and get all the tea on what Rinna thinks. But first, we want to start with Garcelle and see what she's up to. Let's take a look.
How would you guys feel if I got married again?
Oh, I wouldn't like it.
So very quick, but I am really interested in Garcelle's search to find love. You know, we did see her dating a little bit last season. I can't remember his nickname specifically. Was it Hot Chocolate?
Chocolate
Michael.
What
they call him? Chocolate Michael. I mean, and I loved seeing them together. I thought they were vibing really well. What do you think of this? What do you think of Garcelle's storyline so far in season 11?
I mean, I'm happy that she is open to dating again. You know, she did talk to some type of dating coach on last week's episode. So I hope that she finds someone that she really likes, that she can fall in love with, possibly get married again. But she's not even dating or in a serious relationship. So I don't really think she needs to be asking her kids how they feel if she's going to get married again. That seems like she's jumping the gun because she doesn't even have a serious relationship. And of course, her teenage boys are going to be like, no, mom, I don't want you to get married. So I don't blame the kids. And I don't think that Garcelle should rush into a relationship or marriage because she has been married before.
Yeah, I agree with you, but I am interested just to see her journey and, you know, what she really does next. I've been really loving Garcelle this season because she knows the assignment. You know, she's asking the questions that the other girls are too afraid, even when it comes to Erika. You know, the whole scene about when Garcelle was like, well, shouldn't Erika just wait, alluding to, you know, wait to divorce Tom.
Shouldn't she wait?
For what? For what? And also, I just think that she's adding some humor, and I'm really enjoying seeing her friendship with Sutton. I kind of wish she got a little bit more screen time. Am I alone in thinking that? Are you cool with how much we're seeing Garcelle so far?
We'll get more Garcelle, I think, throughout the season. She has really funny one-liners, and like you said, she says what no one else will say, especially in regards to Erika. I feel like a lot of the girls are intimidated by Erika. Garcelle is not. She is saying how she feels, asking how she feels, asking the right questions in the confessionals, in the scenes. She's definitely pushing the boundaries a little bit. So I'm living for Garcelle. This friendship with Sutton kind of came out of nowhere. I don't know how genuine it is yet, but hopefully we'll see that. And I want to see Garcelle get in some drama too, because we love drama. Maybe with Rinna, that can play out a little bit more because you know that the two of them truly haven't fully mended their friendship yet.
Well, speaking of Rinna, her iconic lips have been sealed when it comes to her now 20-year-old daughter's relationship with Scott Disick. I mean, we have known that this has been going on for a long time, but we are finally getting a little inclination of how she feels about it in the latest promo. Let's take a look.
My daughter is linked to a guy named Scott Disick.
So there's something to it.
Yes.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, very short, but I think really telling. Why don't you tell me your thoughts first, and then I'll tell you what I think.
Well, Erika asked, she's like, oh, there's something to it. Because it could have just been a rumor. It could have just been something that was in the tabloids that was completely fake. But Rinna has this little smirk on her face and was like, yep, my teenage daughter is linked to 38-year-old ex-boyfriend of Kourtney Kardashian, Scott Disick. It was weird that Lisa was like, this guy. Like, as in, she doesn't know who Scott is. Like, of course you know who Scott is. You're even friendly with Kris Jenner. You are very thirsty in the reality TV, celebrity, Hollywood world. Like, I'm sure you're living for this. So I need more. I need more, Morgan. What do you think?
Yeah, I think probably when she said this guy, maybe there was a little sarcasm because, like you said, everyone knows who Scott Disick is, especially Lisa Rinna, who's very good friends with Kris Jenner. I think Lisa's reaction to Erika even asking is everything.
There's something to it.
Yes.
Oh.
You know, there was a little bit of a pause and then a very monotone yes. And we haven't seen anything in the tabloids about Lisa Rinna acknowledging their relationship, no quotes, literally nothing. So to see that kind of hesitation from her on the screen, I think kind of tells us what we all have been thinking in that they might not be 100% okay with Amelia dating Scott. Now, when I say they, I'm talking about Lisa and Harry. I'm really hoping that we see the two of them discuss their relationship because Harry has already made an appearance on this season. Zach, do you remember when this all started? When we started seeing the pictures of Amelia and Scott popping up here and there, we were all like, what the heck is going on? Did you have any idea it would be this serious? And here we would be months later still talking about Amelia Hamlin and Scott Disick.
Well, I do have to correct you because in the Real Houses of Beverly Hills trailer, there was this brief scene where Lisa, Rinna, and Kyle, I'm sure you remember now, they were like, he's too old.
I'm going with my friend.
He's too damn old.
I know! He's old.
And he's got 3 kids.
He's too old. Do you remember
yes.
that? So
Yes.
we do know that she thinks that he's too old at first, but I'm not too surprised that they're sealed together. We know Scott has a thing for younger women. I think Scott is still in love with Courtney and is always looking for someone to kind of fill a void. If Scott wanted a serious relationship that was going to last like a long time, he wouldn't be dating someone that was so young. So Amelia is obviously just along for the ride. I'm sure she knows deep down that it's not going to last and that Scott will be on to the next young thing after her. But I think that she wants to enjoy the ride, and Scott obviously needs a distraction because he has a lot of serious issues. And if you watch Kardashians, you know that. So I'm not surprised that they're still together, but I don't think they'll last too much longer. I mean, Sofia and Scott, that was another relationship that was fake, in my opinion. And that lasted about 2, almost 3 years, kind of was dragged out a little bit. And then Sofia ultimately ended the relationship because she couldn't handle Scott being so close to Courtney and treating Sofia like a part-time girlfriend. So I don't know when Amelia will break up with him or if Scott will move on. But I mean, it's just not going to work. This relationship just seems so inauthentic to me in so many ways.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that because even when you look back on Scott's relationship with Sofia, I don't think, even though we knew that it wasn't necessarily serious, I don't think any of us thought that it would last as long as it did, 3 years. None of us thought that Sofia was going to be having family dinners with the Kardashians. And there she was, just with them all the time. And the fact that Sofia ended it, maybe if she hadn't done that, Scott would still be with her. We just don't really know. So I do see the similarities in his relationship now with Amelia, but I do believe that to be with someone for 3 years, you do have to have some sort of connection. So do you think there is a genuine connection between Amelia and Scott, or do you think that he really is just kind of using Amelia as, for lack of a better term, a trophy girlfriend?
Yeah, I don't think that there is any connection between them. I think it's a completely surface level relationship, friendship. He's definitely using her for a trophy. I'm sorry. I'm just going to be so straight up. There is nothing authentic about this relationship. Obviously, I don't know them personally. We only really know so much. But looking on the outside from these two people, and we've seen Amelia on the show of Beverly Hills, we know her personality a little bit. We know how she is. I'm not always been the biggest fan of Amelia, and we definitely know how Scott is. Used to love Scott so much more, but I just don't even think that these two make any sense. It's definitely for just the benefits and the perks.
Now, I have to be honest with you, Zach, because I am thoroughly enjoying seeing our two favorite worlds collide because, we're huge Bravo fans. We're huge fans of the Kardashian. And yeah, Kris Jenner has been on an episode here and there of Beverly Hills, whether they're at a charity event or just hanging out at somebody's house. But we've never seen a storyline that has to do with a Kardashian in the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And just not long ago, we saw on the Keeping Up with the Kardashians reunion, Kourtney address Scott and Amelia, and Scott address Kourtney and Travis. So my question for you, and I feel like we've asked this a million times, Zach, but do you really think that now we've seen the reunion and we've seen Keeping Up kind of play out, do you think that Scott would be back with Kourtney if she was open and single? I mean, I know that you don't think that his relationship with Amelia is legit, but I still want to know your thoughts.
You know, Scott was flirting with Kourtney at the reunion. He made many comments, the way he was looking at her. He is still in love with her, but Kourtney is so happy in her relationship, and anybody from a mile away can tell how in love Kourtney is with Travis. So obviously Scott needs a little bit of a distraction, but I like that Kourtney at least approves and is happy for Scott, and Scott at least can pretend to be happy for Kourtney, and that they can still have that co-parenting relationship. And I'm also really curious, and maybe you know, do you think that Amelia will show up this season on Beverly Hills? Do you think Scott might make an appearance, especially with the Kardashians ending? Scott might want to make a few cameos on this reality show.
I do remember briefly in the season trailer that we got at the very beginning that there was a very short snippet of Amelia. I can't remember the details, but I do remember, I think they were on FaceTime. I believe Amelia was on a FaceTime with Scott, and they were filming Lisa. Am I correct in that?
Yeah, there was a FaceTime with Amelia and Lisa. Yes, I do remember that.
Yeah, so we'll definitely see. I mean, who knows what they really will dive into, but we know Scott's open to being on reality television, and maybe now that Keeping Up with the Kardashians is over, maybe this is his way to get back on TV, is to date Amelia Hamlin. I don't know. But let's move on from Lisa Rinna. I want to get to the feud that seems like it will never quit, Sutton and Crystal. Here's the next sneak preview for next week's episode.
Crazy dude on the street coming. Hey, nice. Left hook, roundhouse. There we go.
She needs to get a sense of humor. You've not seen it yet? No, but I've seen it.
Ooh, Sutton, shots fired. I mean, we start that clip with Crystal obviously letting out some major aggression. I don't know about you, but I've never punched something that hard before or kicked something that hard before. So maybe it's all just escalating in Crystal's mind. I don't know. What do you think about Crystal in her first season? Just generic thoughts on her, how she's doing.
I love Crystal. I actually feel like she's kind of unbothered with the whole Sutton drama. Like, maybe she was bothered at first, but now I feel like she's so over it, and Sutton is the one that's kind of harping on it and making it more of a thing. You know, there has been some reports and some rumors out there that Sutton was not cast as a full-time housewife at the beginning of this season, and she felt the pressure that she really had to bring it during the first few episodes so that she can get her diamond, because she really wanted that diamond. So I think it's very possible that Sutton might just be coming for Crystal for a storyline and just to get more airtime and be more a part of the group so that she could get her full-time diamond.
I do remember that rumor as well. I mean, obviously, we don't have any concrete proof that that is true or not, but it seems like it's quite possible, right? And then there were some rumors that apparently Sutton has multiple issues with multiple castmates down the line. So we will have to see. But for some reason, I do love that scene of Kyle and Sutton in the car where Sutton's like, she needs to get a sense of humor. Kyle's like, haven't you seen it? She's like, no, but I have seen this. Like, to me, that is kind of funny. And I feel like maybe that's Sutton's way of saying that Crystal should have more of a sense of humor like me. I don't know. What did you think of that comment? Because I laughed, but I know some people might have been offended by it.
I think that Crystal does have a sense of humor. I just think that Crystal and Sutton are two completely different people, so maybe they can't understand each other's sense of humor or each other's language. So I just feel like Sutton hasn't connected with Crystal yet, and maybe we'll see that throughout the season. You know, we know they're going to be feuding a lot. There's going to be more arguments, but maybe they can get to a better place. It'll be good for the reunion, at least, to see them hash things out. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I've kind of said this from the beginning that I just genuinely think that they don't speak the same language. And even when they try to get on the page, there's just some people in life that you're not going to gel with. You're not going to ever understand what they're trying to say, what their intentions behind what they're trying to say are. And I just feel like these two are never going to be on the same page. And we actually see it come to a head again in the final snippet of this next promo.
The reality is what it is.
Now I'm getting angry. You do not want me getting angry.
I mean, I love Crystal's scoff. I love Sutton's bow fix. What do you think about that scene?
I actually would love to see Sutton get angry. I think that everyone would love to see Sutton get angry because Sutton is the least intimidating person on this show. She's so fragile. She's so meek. She's very shy and reserved. She's also extremely sensitive. Erika is someone that I do not want to see get angry. Erika is someone I would not want to mess with. But Sutton, just seeing her face and her reactions and everything, it's so funny. I don't think that Crystal will be intimidated at all. I think that Crystal thinks Sutton is ridiculous. So I feel like Sutton's just kind of fighting with herself. But I also really appreciate Sutton and I love her and I want to make that clear. I get a real good kick out of her. She makes great TV.
Yeah, and I feel like we're just waiting for because we know that this fight is going to continue. We've seen it in the season
Leather
trailer where the iconic quote already, your ugly leather pants, you know, and we see that fight. So it's just continues to escalate. And I am looking forward to seeing this fight. I feel like, you know, at first they were trying to smooth things over. They're trying to move on, but now both of them are just like, screw it. We're never going to be friends with each other. We clearly don't see eye to eye. So let's just go at it. Let's get it all out there because this clearly isn't working. I know that I'm so excited for this next episode, getting into all of that. Zach, what would you say that you are most excited for? Is it the Scott and Amelia of it all? Or are you still here for the Sutton and Crystal feud?
I mean, I'm kind of looking forward to everything with Scott and Amelia, Crystal versus Sutton, more drama with Erika unfolding, what's going on with Garcelle. You know, Dorit is my favorite housewife on the show, and she has somehow become kind of like the mediator, the neutral one, the one with like the most common sense all of the sudden, and I love her fashion. So I'm also just always looking forward to Dorit every single week because she is just one of the most likable housewives on the show. She gets along with everyone, and she's been staying out of drama since Puppygate because I don't really consider her drama with Kyle super real, but it's still fun to watch. What are you most looking forward to?
I mean, we can't forget about our shining star, Kathy Hilton, this season.
Yes.
I mean, I know that she's not really bringing any huge dramatic storylines, but I just love seeing her humor. I love seeing her interaction with Kyle. I feel like Kathy Hilton alone has elevated the show so much. It's brought like a fresh perspective on Kyle's family and Kyle's personality, and I just am loving seeing Kathy. And of course, I am living for all of the Erika Jayne drama. I can't wait until the train gets rolling even faster than it already is because we know it's coming. Well, you guys, we can't wait for the next episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Let us know what you're looking forward to in the comments. Are you Team Sutton or Team Crystal? What do you think about Scott and Amelia? Are you looking forward to seeing that play out on the show? Let us know in the comments. And of course, make sure if you're new here, like I said before, you subscribe to our channel and ring the bell because we give you all the tea. We have weekly videos, daily videos. We want to make sure that you don't miss out on any of the news that we got. Make sure you also say hi to us on our social media handles. Our pages are on the screen right now. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.